Hello! In this video I'm going to show you how I went about replacing the oil and the oil filter in my Volkswagen Crafter medium wheelbase 21 plates. Now in a month or so I'm going to go down to Portugal and I wanted to make sure that my engine was up together. I don't really need to change the oil now, but I just thought it was a really good idea just to make sure that everything's going to be all tickety-boo because I'm going to be covering quite a lot of miles. So not only am I going to change the oil filter and the oil in the van, I'm going to change the air filter. I'm also going to change the diesel filter and also going to change the cabin filter. Or maybe I won't change the cabin filter, but I'm definitely going to give it a clean. Now I made 3 separate videos for this because the oil just took a little bit longer because there's a bit more to do. And of course, how much oil do you actually need? Obviously keep watching and I'll tell you, because it wasn't the 7 litres which I was expecting. Changing the oil was really straightforward. I had no hassles with any of it. And yeah, and now I've got a new filter and new oil all the way through my engine. If you're wondering what oil you need for your van, if you look underneath the bonnet, you should find a label which should tell you exactly what oil is needed for your Volkswagen Crafter van. So as usual, if you do find this video useful, then of course click on that old thumbs up, click on the subscribe and share it with anybody else who may want to change their oil in their Crafter. And like I said, I'm also going to change the air filter. That's this little box down here. That was also really straightforward, probably a 10-minute job. It's really easy. And then the other thing was changing the diesel filter, which is just down there, that silver thing. And again, that was all pretty straightforward. And of course, if you want to watch those videos, then look in the description and you'll find them down below. So here I have a few bits I just bought from Euro Car Parts. I got my new diesel filter, I got an oil filter, air filter and some oil and a spare pot of oil which I like to keep in the van just in case, and all that lot came to £200 with a 15% discount, so that was pretty good. It was the cheapest place which you could actually get it from with that discount. Oil filter, now that's down here and we can't get to it from the top here, so we need to go and have a look underneath to find out. Now I've put my van up on some ramps because we need to get to the oil filter and of course the sump from underneath the van. So if we look underneath the engine, just from front here, there's no plastic on mine. I don't know if there's any plastic covering yours up, but it's pretty straightforward. There's the oil filter right there. This is a black object just here. This thing just here, that's the oil filter. It's quite small and there's a big nut on the bottom of it. So if we come this way, you can see we can just access that. And there's probably going to be some oil inside it when we take it off. So make sure that you got something to catch all that oil in. But again, it's pretty easy to get to from underneath here. You can't really miss it. And then we got the sump bolt at the back here, which you just need to undo on the bottom of the sump. So that's good. So first thing to do is I'm going to remove this sump bolt just here. So let's do that. Now I've got a 19mm socket to go onto here, and that hopefully will come undone relatively easily. And I've got a big bucket and I've got some rags here just in case it all goes everywhere. Now hopefully this part isn't going to be too messy. It's just a case of undoing that nut and then just letting all the oil run out. Now some people say do a flush, put some flushing fluid for it, but I've seen some people say it can block things up, and this isn't very old. This vehicle has only done 20,000 miles, so I'm just doing it as a kind of precautionary thing. Now you can also get yourself a new sump bolt. God, that's quite tight. I have to use 2 hands on that. Something to push against. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Right, now that should be just kind of finger tight now. And I'm just going to undo this from here. Try and get my hand over the top here. Yeah, I can do it. Get my hand over the top. Now I can just undo that and then let all that oil come out. I've got obviously the bucket here to catch all that oil. It's going to be interesting to see how dirty this oil is. It's going to be really black. And there it is. It's loose now. You can see it's dripping out there now. And I know it's not a full level of oil. So there we go. There we go. That's pretty easy. Into my bucket, and I haven't got any oil on myself at all, which is pretty amazing. That's pretty unusual for me. Before you drain the oil out of your engine, you want to make sure that the engine is nice and hot and the oil is nice and hot. You can obviously check on your display. That's on your dashboard. You can scroll through and see how hot the oil actually is. And make sure it's nice and hot because you want it to all run out really easily so you get the maximum chance of changing or of getting rid of all that old oil which is in the engine. And whilst it's draining out, I'm going to go and change the air filter. So there we go, the last little drips are now coming out of there. Catch those little drips there. So there we go, there's my bucket of oil that's quite thick and definitely very black. Now we're going to do something which might be a little controversial, but I'm just going to do it because I just thought it was a good idea. Now I'm screwing the sump bolt back in again. I'm not going to do it up tight, just finger tight, because I'm now going to put some new oil in the engine, then run the engine, warm the oil up, and then I'm going to drain all that oil back out again. So I've then flushed the engine through, but with new oil and not a flushing solution. Now you can buy a flushing solution, but I've heard people say that it can block up little jets inside the engine, and obviously I don't want to be doing that. So what I'm going to do is just use some old oil. I say old oil, it's new. And I bought it for vehicles in the past and then I've never actually used it. So it's just been sat in the garage doing nothing. Now it's not quite the right viscosity, but I just thought it's a good idea to flush some new oil through the engine, run it, get it nice and hot, and then all the bearings and everything which is lubricated by the oil will have new oil flushed through it. Because you'll never drain out all the oil from the engine. So I put that new oil in the engine, I've been running the engine and I've warmed that new oil up. So all the working parts of the engine should be flushed through with new oil now. So I'm interested to see how this oil looks, whether it's going to be really black or quite brown like new oil. Surprisingly black, considering that was all fresh oil I put in there. Anyway, let's just let that all run out. I must say I was really surprised how black that new oil came out. I was expecting it to still be a brownie colour. But I guess the oil in the filter and other parts of the engine, there's enough there to turn it to this black colour. But anyway, I'm happy that I've done the best job I can to get new oil all the way around the engine. Okay, so we just got the last oil dribbling out of there. Last little drips, so now I can remove this filter. I've run the engine up really hot. Now I've got a 32mm socket on extension and obviously on my ratchet, which I'm going to use to undo the filter. Stop right here. Now I watched another video of someone telling you how to remove this filter and I just copied what he did. Get a big socket and undo the filter. Now quite a lot of oil comes out of this filter. And doing it this way means you're going to get really messy. And it wasn't until I got the filter off and I was changing the seals that I realized there's a drain plug on the bottom of the filter. So you just want to remove the drain plug first of all with a 13mm socket. Then you should get a nice steady stream of oil which you can catch easily in a bowl. Instead of a big gush of oil, which is what I got because I didn't remove the drain plug. And you can see that oil now is dripping down from all around the edge of the filter. But this is a lesson in how not to do it. And what's going to happen if you don't use the drain plug. Yeah, going to let that run out for a little bit. I think it's definitely worth warming your engine up so this oil is nice and thin. Now it's just a case of moving the tubes out of the way and carefully removing the filter, making sure I don't spill any more oil. And there we go, that's the filter now removed. Now the filter kit came with two new O-rings, one large one to go around the outside and a small one for the drain plug in the bottom. So slip the new O-ring on and then screw it into the bottom of the filter and just nip it up. You don't need to do this drain plug up really tight. Make sure the pot's nice and clean and then slip the new large O-ring onto the pot. Make sure your hands or your gloves are nice and clean when you do this. You don't want to get any grit onto that new O-ring. Oh, there's my old filter. And here's the nice new one just here. Now this went with these little prongy bits down. To here, I guess it clips in. Yep, there it is, clips in. And now I just got to put it back into position and we're done. Now looking up here, and this pipe is all mucky, and we got to put the filter up through here. I mean, there's not a lot of room here, so I'm thinking I'm going to put something just over the top of this, just to kind of try and stop any of that muck getting on the new filter. Sort of wrap that around there or something, give it a little bandage, something like that. Try and stop any of that dirty crap from getting onto the new filter. I think it's worth noting that up inside the filter housing, there's a large spring. Now this spring stayed in position for me, but I would suggest it's a good idea to make sure it doesn't twang off somewhere. There's lots of oil on the O-ring. And try and put this up in here without touching anything. That's okay. Yeah, could do that. And there's a big spring up in there. I guess it pushes on the filter. Let's get rid of that now. Okay, and that's about it. And mine was done up quite tight. I don't think you really need to do it that tight. I think it's literally just nip it up. It's only plastic, so if you go too hard, you might break it and obviously make it hard to get off next time. So I'm just going to nip it up with an extra little nip there on the end, just to finish it off. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to do any more than that. There we go. If you're wondering how much oil came in that filter, quite a lot. So you want to make sure you catch that. Now I've got a few little drips coming out of here, but I'm not too bothered about that. So I think I'm just going to screw this back in again. Now, like I said before, you can get yourself a new bolt with a new washer on it, but I'm not worried about that. I don't think it's going to leak. I think it's probably just the aluminium washer, so it's probably fine. Obviously be careful doing this up too tight because we're screwing into aluminium. Don't overdo it. There we go. Screw that onto there. You see just a 19mm on there. Nip. 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 There we go. That'll be good. Just give it a little wipe off. Get rid of all this oil that's dripped down. Now the last thing to do is to pour the oil, new oil, into the engine. Wrap a rag around it to catch any drips. If you're wondering what oil you need for your van, if you look underneath the bonnet, you should find a label which should tell you exactly what oil is needed for your Volkswagen Crafter van. Then just pour in that 5 litres of oil into the engine. Ideally, you want to use a funnel here, but I managed to do it without using one. So this is now 6 litres of oil. Then I got another pot and pour in another litre to make it 7 litres of oil. Now this is really annoying. I put exactly 7 litres into the van and I've run it. I've also let it cool down. It has got oil in it, but not anywhere near the amount which you actually want. So pull a dipstick out so you can see it here. We have a look at the end of it. It's literally just on the end there. So I don't know if it needs another litre, 2 litres, but that's super annoying. So 7 litres isn't enough. It just takes it above the bottom, the minimum. So I'd say 7 litres is a minimum and maybe need 8 or 9. Let's just clean it off again. Get a grab on it. Use a clean bit of cloth. Stick it back in the hole again. Pull it down, pull it back out again. Let's have a look again. Again, you can see best just about there. See that darker bit there, and all this up here is dry still. So yeah, you definitely need a little bit more. That's annoying. So I've now just put another litre in, so now I've got 8 litres of oil in here. Let's have a look and see what we're at now. Well, that looks like it's pretty much all the way to the top. Really difficult to tell with this very thin oil. Yeah, I think it's pretty much all the way to the top now. I think I'm good now. So 8 litres is what you're looking to put in. Now I said this was really annoying because when you buy 5 litres of oil, you get 1 litre free. So if you buy the single litre pots, it's more expensive. Then I would have had 2 litres left over in a 5-litre pot, and I like to have a litre or 2 litres of oil in the van just in case. Right, that's about it then. So I do hope you found this video useful. If you've managed to change your oil without making a mess and use that drain plug, then obviously that was a useful thing to know. And of course, if you want to see how I went about changing the air filter and the diesel filter and of course the cabin filter, then obviously click on links below or click on the links which will be around here somewhere. And of course, don't forget, click on that subscribe, ring on the bell, share it with anyone else in the van community and give it a thumbs up. Bye for now, and I hope to see you in the next video.